Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Buko Boys. I'm Dale.
I am DVO.
And this is episode 47.
Welcome back. Here we go.
So, baby Kayliana's getting a month old now?
Yeah, she's a month old right now.
How's that going?
You might have to ask my wife more about that question. She's the one that wakes up earlier.
Have you been waking up in the middle of the night at all?
I did. I woke up like at 3 in the morning today, and I fed her, and then my wife woke her up. I think again like at 6 or 7, took care of her. So if I wake up, I'll definitely jump in. If I don't wake up, so my wife Edna, she's a very light sleeper. So we put the bassinet right next to our bed.
Okay.
And whenever she starts getting fussy, Edna jumps up pretty quick before she starts crying. And she kind of lets me sleep, which is nice because I've been like extremely busy. So my wife's amazing. So she's been letting me sleep. But obviously sometimes I do wake up, and then if I do, then I'll feed her or change her or whatever. But I've been okay. I've been all right.
But you were telling me you just watch her sleep and you just shed tears, huh?
Sometimes I do, yeah. Like I'll just like watch her lay her down, and she's so damn cute, you know, and yeah, I'll just get like kind of teary-eyed just kind of watching her lay there. She looks like a little angel.
Maybe at my age now, maybe I would, but when I had Malay, when I gave birth to Malay, I don't know, because it didn't start hitting me till maybe she was like months older that things were making me feel emotional.
Okay, alright.
So, but like I did watch her sleep, but I never got emotional and teared up on it. But the very first time I remember tearing up in a movie tripped me out because I had never cried in a movie, never got teared up in a movie. And Malay was just, maybe 6 months old, and I'm watching Click.
Okay,
out of all movies,
yeah.
Click.
With Adam Sandler,
yeah,
with the remote control.
Yeah, and there's a part.
I teared up in that one.
Holy shit! I was like trying real hard not to cry. I'm like, this has never happened to me before.
I don't hold it in. I let it go.
I was having a hard time with it. I'm like, what's happening to me?
I don't like bawl. Like I don't have like I'm not like. It's just like I have to just wipe my eyes. You know?
I was just fighting it. I was fighting it real hard because I was like, this is some pussy shit. I'm never gonna try no movie.
No, I just had this like feeling like. Obviously, I'm big, and this baby's so tiny, and I feel like
King Kong.
Yeah, well, I just feel like I have to do everything to protect her. You know, like I just have to do everything to protect this little child,
this little nugget.
Yeah, like she can't do anything herself, right? Besides suck and poop,
yeah.
Sleep. So other than that, besides sucking boobies, she might get that from her dad or something. But,
like she does from watching you, Dad.
Oh gosh. So other than that, like I'm like I gotta do everything for this baby. So but it's been awesome. It's been awesome having a little baby. I mean, it flipped our world upside down, but I love it though.
Babies are fun.
Absolutely.
So anyways, went and you know what, we have a scary story submitted.
Yeah, from a listener.
So this was their first ghost experience, or what maybe
what could or could not be. So
in an old house, really old house, and the previous owner had passed away in this house, and
they think maybe she was like 95.
Yeah, really old, but don't know the circumstances of how this old lady passed or anything. Just know that it was in the house, but don't know where in the house. And so she was spending the night there with some family members. Family members moved in this house. So while she's there, and they had just moved in, they were pretty new there, and she was turning all the lights off while people were sleeping in some parts of the house, and family members were in the kitchen. She went and turned off all the lights, so there was no lights kind of keeping the people that were sleeping awake. Well, as she has to reach, what'd she say, behind the door to turn off some lights?
Well, she said she had turned off a couple bedroom lights already, then went to the bathroom and was turning off. She had to kind of go inside the bathroom because the way the position of the light switch was, turned off the bathroom lights, went back out in the hallway, and all of a sudden when the bedroom lights were back on.
Yeah.
And people were sleeping, and others are in the kitchen, and she can hear them in the kitchen. So they didn't come over, and she went back and told them what happened.
Yeah, so that creeped her out.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, weird. So she was kind of creeped out by that, and she told the family members that light came back on. They're like, oh, that's weird.
And then she said about an hour later,
they're still in the kitchen
they're
talking.
still in the kitchen. And
about 1:30 in the morning.
Yep, in the same room where the light had gotten turned back on, they heard what sounded like a moan or some type of groaning, what sounded like a woman's voice.
An older woman's voice.
Coming from that room. So maybe that's a room that she passed away in.
Could be.
But they were all real spooked out about it. They didn't want to talk about it. So
yeah, because everyone in the kitchen did hear that.
Yeah, so that was their first little paranormal experience, which is kind of cool that more people were there to witness it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty cool. So thanks for submitting that. She wanted to stay anonymous, so we want to thank her. She'll know who she is when she hears this. So thanks for sharing. And again, if you guys have some more cool, interesting stories to share with us, follow us up on our social media, Buko Boys on Instagram and Facebook, and also our email, bukoboyspodcast@gmail.com.
Yep, might be easier to submit a Gmail. You could write a long story, make it nice and pretty for us.
Yeah, there we go.
So speaking of scary stories,
Uh-huh.
I went and saw the Scary Stories movie when it opened last week.
I remember we've talked about it. I'm not the most excited. You were a little bit more interested because you kind of watched it, the TV series back in the day.
There wasn't a TV series, it was the books.
Oh, books, yes.
It was the books. It was very nostalgic for me because those books were like, it was because I've always been into the paranormal ever since a kid.
Right.
And these books, these scary story books, were kind of like a cool outlet, I guess, for your imagination and in the paranormal. So it kind of incorporates both. So it was really cool, these scary stories, reading these as a kid. They were kind of, some were corny, some were kind of spooky, but none of them were ever like freak me out or anything. They're all just kind of, they're just fun to read.
No, was the movie, did they take the stories from the books and then kind of just act them out? Or
In the movie,
are they new creations?
Different was they kind of made a whole different storyline about these stories.
Okay.
So these stories in the movie were written by this girl who was cast out by her family because she was different.
Okay.
So instead of like back then when people were different, they locked them up or sent them off to asylums or something. So this girl, they kind of they locked her away in this house, this mansion that she lived in.
Okay.
And she was kind of in the basement, in this cellar almost, in this hidden area. And these kids would go up to the wall of that, and they were able to communicate with this girl. And they would tell her, she would tell them scary stories. And And she had the special book. And she would just read them these scary stories, not realizing what's happening because the book was writing itself. And she was just reading it out loud. Nobody really knew, you find all this out in the beginning of the movie and stuff. But it was pretty cool because what would happen is these scary stories would come to life. And who she was reading them to, it would always incorporate their names. And then whatever she read to them would end up happening. Or it would be happening to one of their friends as she was reading it to them.
Okay, interesting.
And then they would find out later that their friend died, in the same way the whole scary story that was just read to them. And it's pretty crazy scary story. So like they used like the Herald from the book. The Herald was a scarecrow story. And they incorporated that into this movie where they end up finding this book because they break into the haunted house that this girl was supposedly in this room in this house.
Okay.
They find the book, and the book starts telling stories, writing itself, and it's happening to their friends, and so they're trying to stop it from happening. But it is pretty thrilling when they're showing some of the things happening. It does get kind of intense. It does get kind of thrilling, and then there are deaths in this, and
interesting.
And at the end of it, it does leave it open for a sequel.
Okay.
And I would be very interested to see how they play out the sequel because I don't know, the way they kind of ended it on, things are left open. There's a lot of unanswered things that are just left completely open.
Okay.
So some main characters that kind of disappear and you kind of want to know what happens, or if the people that did get killed, are they going to come back? Because things are, they left it open in a way, but I would say I enjoyed the movie.
Would you give it a thumbs up?
I would give it a thumbs up because I stayed interested the whole time, and knowing kind of that it is, of course, corny as shit. You know,
Right.
It wasn't that corny as what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
And like I said, there was the parts where it does get kind of suspenseful. That was, they did a pretty good job there, and the effects were pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say it was pretty good, and I like that they did it in the '60s.
Okay, so the movie takes place in the 60s.
Yep, the
Okay.
movie's taking place in the '60s, and the way they leave it open makes you wonder what's going to happen next. Are they going to stay in the '60s? Is it going to fast forward to another time, and more stories with this book happens to a different generation? It makes me wonder, but I did like it. I definitely think if you're into scary stories, if you like the book as a kid,
And you answer, did they use the same stories from the book or are they new stories?
they use those same stories from the book.
Okay, all right.
But they incorporate it with these kids, so
Sure.
it's like a scary story kind of made up, but then incorporate it with these kids that it has to, in the main plot, and things happen to these kids.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool.
It reminds me of the Goosebumps movies that just came out like a few years ago. It's kind of like that. Did you watch those?
I watched the first one. I didn't watch the
I
second
didn't
one.
watch the second one either.
But I think the way the Goosebumps movies were they would write it, he would write the book and then it would come to life.
Okay.
Where this is like, it's happening things are happening to other people as the book's getting written.
Which one's better? Scary Stories or Goosebumps?
I think Scary Stories is better movie-wise,
Okay.
based because it's not geared towards little kids like Goosebumps is. Goosebumps is kind of geared
Yes.
towards little kids where
Okay.
nothing bad's gonna happen and everything's gonna end up gummy bears and rainbows.
Right.
But with this one, things don't always turn out right.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So you thought Scary Stories was better than Goosebumps?
Yeah.
All right. What about the books? Did you read any of the Goosebumps books?
Yeah, I did.
Which books did you like better?
Out of Goosebumps and Scary Stories?
Yeah.
Oh, the Scary Stories.
Scary Stories all around.
Yeah.
Now, how about Jumanji?
What about Jumanji?
Did you? Because I mean, I know it's not a book, but it's kind of same premise. It's a video game. No, I guess the new one is a video
Yeah,
game.
the new one's
It used to
a
be a
video
board game, and then things came from the game, right? Kind of came to life.
Right.
Was
right,
that kind
right.
of? I loved Jumanji, like the original Jumanji.
Yeah, that was
I
cool.
wish that one, because they left that one open too for something else.
They did, and they never did anything.
They never
with
did
it.
anything there. They just redid it like this past few years, and it's a video game version
Yeah, completely different storyline now.
than the board game. I actually did like it with Kevin Hart and
I thought it was funny,
it
but
was Jack Black. I was laughing.
I like how they made it different. That's for sure.
And they're making a new one now.
Yeah, part two.
Part two. So I don't really know where they're going with it, but
Yeah, I don't know what else there is to do with
I
it.
guess it's kind of more like just entertainment. I guess it's just purely for entertainment purposes.
Just for money, just to make
Yeah.
more money.
Well, just like I would go just so I could laugh, like at Kevin Hart and The Rock and Jack Black. I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's gonna be for. Just for laughs.
I would go just so I could laugh because I do think they're awesome. So I would. Would you watch Jumanji, the second Jumanji?
Of course, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. It's fun. But did you like Jumanji though?
I did.
How would you compare it to these ones?
Completely different because that's more of like an adventure movie where these
Yeah.
are supposed to be more horror.
What do you like better then?
Depends on what I'm in the mood for.
Okay, that
Sometimes
makes
I
sense.
like horror. Sometimes I like adventure.
That's true. That's a good answer right there. Do you like Jumanji though? I really like that first movie with what's his name?
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. I really like that movie.
Oh, you know what? Okay, that just reminded me. This was not on our agenda, but The Matrix 4 got announced.
Yes, true.
That just, I don't know. They
I don't know
could've-
how that reminded you. But
just nostalgia. Robin Williams in the 90s, and I thought
Okay.
of The Matrix. I don't know why it popped in my head.
yeah, you're right though. I did hear about that. I don't know much of the details though.
So far, he has Keanu Reeves
Keanu.
confirmed it that he's gonna be in it. Keanu, and same with the girl that played Trinity. I
Yeah.
can't remember her name, but the one from Jessica Jones right now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, she's also confirmed.
She looks a lot different than she did in The Matrix.
Well, yeah.
Today,
I mean, that's 20-something years
I
age,
know.
and she was
But
already kind of pushing.
Keanu's done pretty well. He's aged pretty well.
Yeah, he just puts
know?
the Just for Men in, his beard and his hair.
And he's black again.
Exactly. He's back to his excellent adventures.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
And that's another thing he's doing too. Another Bill and Ted.
I haven't heard that one.
You haven't?
No.
How the hell? Yeah, so
No.
he's doing another Bill and Ted,
Interesting.
and it's going to be part 3. I thought there was more than that. I
No,
thought they did
just
more
the
than
2.
2, but yeah, there was just the 2.
Didn't care for the second one though.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't as good. So this is gonna be part 3, and this is gonna be like
Interesting.
they never did what they were supposed to do, and all this time passed, and so it's like,
and it's like their age today.
yeah, it's today's
All right,
day.
I'm actually.
and this many years have gone
I'm
by.
excited about this
and
now.
all the shit they were supposed to do when they got their babes from the past,
Yeah.
with them, all the stuff they were supposed to do, nothing got done. So, and I heard George Carlin, being that he passed away,
Yes.
his daughter signed on for the movie.
Interesting.
So, a lot of things happening there.
All right.
So that's gonna be cool. So he's gonna be doing
Okay.
that, and the Matrix 4 just got announced. So he's got a busy plate there.
Well,
And
he does so good. He looks so good. Has so much energy because he's Polynesian, you know. So
I don't know. I don't think he's Polynesian.
He's Hawaiian,
I know
right?
he's from Hawaii, but
He's
I think
Hawaiian.
he's just mixed with like a little bit of Japanese and white.
Okay. Hawaii, Polynesian.
So he's just full of energy. That's what does it. But yeah. So and then Marvel's been trying to get him on board. Like, there's been a lot of rumors about Marvel trying to go after him for a role.
Wolverine.
Seeing people say that too.
That's the rumor.
I don't think so. No, I think they want to get someone younger that can play the Wolverine for a lot longer.
Makes sense.
So
My favorite character.
So
I'm
yeah,
down
they
with
want
that.
somebody that can do the long run for Wolverine. So they haven't announced that yet. Some people have a lot of speculations, but it's still up in the air. You know who the big one that people have been saying now?
Who?
The kid from the Kingsman, the British kid.
Right. I think we've mentioned that.
No, I don't think we did before. That one was kind of new to me when that happened. The kid from the Kingsman.
Yeah, I think we've talked about.
I don't remember him. Anyways, that one seemed new to me. That was like pretty recent, and I didn't think that one worked out at all.
But I do want to go back to Bill and Ted here now, because I'm really now excited about this. If they really are doing it. I love the first one, Excellent Adventure.
You like how they always did the air guitar?
Yeah.
I forgot about
What's the new title? Because there's Excellent Adventure, Bogus Journey, I think is what it was, right?
Yeah, Bogster. That's where Death is with hanging
Yeah.
out with them.
And what would be the third one?
I can't remember. They had a name for it.
Radical Escapades.
No.
I like that one.
The
better.
Wild Stallions. Is that what they were? The Wild
Stallions, yes. Air guitar. I loved it though. It was great.
It was great. I kind of want to watch that and The Matrix now.
Okay, if you get the phone booth and you could travel in time to go get a historical figure, who would you go talk to?
Who would I go talk to?
I gotta think. I don't even know who I would pick. I just pulled that up.
Okay, this is what I would do. This just to see what would happen. I'd probably regret it because the whole world would change.
Okay.
But I would go teleport to where Columbus is about to land on the Americas.
Okay.
And I would go tell all the natives. I'd have to figure out how not to get killed by them first
Okay.
and get them to understand me. But I'd have to tell them, kill all these people that try to come on here. And then just see what happens to go back in the future and just see what the hell I just did to the world.
Interesting.
Because imagine if Columbus got killed and all those Spaniards got killed and they didn't get everyone sick and invade and
Right.
wipe out the complete genocide of the Americas. What would this look like?
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
So that's kind of I'd be kind of interested to see what that would be.
So Christopher Columbus.
I would to get him killed.
Okay.
I would be like, kill that mob.
Interesting. That's interesting. I think there's two people that comes to my mind, and part of me was like, maybe Hitler. I'd be like, dude, what's your problem, man?
Or maybe meet him as a kid so you can kind of rough him up.
No,
and beat him up.
just to see what he's doing. Like, why are you doing this? Like, where's your mentality at this? The other person would be Jesus. Like, to see, like, let's see some of these miracles, because, depicting, or not depicting, but reading and, I'm trying to think of the words, I'll tip my tongue.
So this is a
transcribing.
This is a topic here. Okay. So
not really. Just
hold on.
Just
do you think that so you think that Jesus existed was a real person?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? You think we'd be able to recognize him?
That'd be good, right? Because there's this picture of him. Right?
That's not him. That's one of the kings, a European king's son.
Well,
they wiped out all the pictures of Jesus. Anything that had Jesus just picture on it got completely wiped out, and this king's son's picture got put in place of all of it. That's why there's a white guy there now.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so that's why this king was like, if Jesus is the son of God, this is my son's picture on everything. That makes me a god.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
That was the story of why Jesus is why he looks like the way he looks like now.
Okay.
In all his pictures. So it makes me wonder about Jesus is if he did exist, if he was just a healer that traveled and learned things, and people not knowing science were just like, dudes is the son of God for real. He just, he's just coming with herbs and different things he learned from his travels and his healing people that they didn't think of things. And stories get exaggerated as they get passed on, and after a couple thousand years. But I also heard some other things from Travel. I think it was on Travel Channel, something I was watching about this, that talked about these ancient religions that happened before Christianity.
Yeah.
And each of these religions had a lifespan of between 2,000 to 5,000 years. In each one of these, there's about 3 major ones before Christianity, and they all had a person who was similar to how Jesus is described as in the Bible, and even the names were translated similar. And then some of the stories were even almost identical from these old ancient texts, and then what's been written in the Bible. So it makes me wonder if some of these old religions and these old stories got mixed up with these stories of Jesus. And when people were telling stories and passing things down, they were mistaking these old religions and this other person in this religion and telling that person's stories.
We're not there, so we can't tell.
I know, but it just makes me wonder. So that would be a good one to find out. Hey, who are you and what do you really do?
Yeah, that's why I would pick. I was like, I want to see.
And then the other thing about the whole story about Jesus that bugs me too, about without having science back then, if anybody now said that they were pregnant with God's baby, that they were virgin and they had God's baby in them, that baby would get DNA tested.
There's no way you can compare today to back then. There's
exactly.
No way. It's night and day.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, that could have just been a lie that rocked the whole world then for thousands of years.
I don't know. You just can't compare it. So I don't think you can compare it.
Well, I'm just saying, if anyone tried to pull that shit today, they'd get outed real fast.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. So it makes you wonder. Yeah. So these stories that were told and they didn't have the science to back anything up. So did these miracles really ever happen, or was it because they just didn't know better?
Yeah.
So we got to go back in time and figure this out.
Yeah.
To the time machine.
To the phone booth.
To the phone booth.
So yeah, those would be my 2 choices I can think of.
So you had 2 choices, huh?
Yeah, it would be hard for me to decide. But
I don't know where else I would want to go to in time. I mean, besides seeing a lot of cool things of historical events, I mean, I wouldn't want to go to where there's war happening.
Okay.
Those big historical moments. I do not want to be there for any of that.
But I think it's gonna be Bill and Ted's,
or maybe to the moon.
Escapade.
Maybe to the moon to see who's really got here first and what's really going on. I was watching something the other day about the moon landing when it showed Neil Armstrong coming out on the moon.
Okay.
And it's all, if Neil Armstrong was the first guy to step foot on the moon, who's the camera guy? Who's this camera guy taking his video, taking the picture of him?
Oh, I haven't paid attention. Where is it coming from?
Oh, I don't know. I just saw.
Or is it from inside?
I can't remember. I'd have to look at it again. It was just a funny one I came across because there was that whole conspiracy about the moon landing being faked. And
this is a whole Mandela effect right now, right? I remember it's from inside and you can see him step out. That's what I remember seeing.
Maybe that was it. Maybe somebody just zoomed in and cropped it out the window of it.
Yeah, it could be. Or did they have a rover out already and the rover was filming them walking out?
Does this rover have that good a camera on it?
I haven't seen it for so long.
We gotta go to the moon. Let's go to the moon. Let's figure this out.
On a conspiracy thing over here today.
Let's take the phone booth to the moon in the '60s. But besides those things, movie-wise, you know what else is happening with Marvel?
What?
That we forgot to talk about at the last one?
What?
Blade reboot.
Yep, it was another one of the Phase 4 announcements.
We totally forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, they were going to do a Blade, and it's not going to be Wesley Snipes.
So it's going to be the dude that was playing Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
Yeah, he's got a weird name. Gosh, what's his
Ali Mirshah something Muhammad.
Go back to the good old IMDb.
But yeah, he played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, so he is no stranger to the Marvel game.
I don't like when they do that.
You don't like it?
No, like when they use like one actor for different characters.
Yeah, but Luke Cage wasn't part of the MCU. It was part of the Netflix.
True. Oh gosh.
You can't find him?
I will.
Well, like how Chris Evans was the Human Torch in Fantastic Four, and then he became Captain America.
Yes. Okay, his last name was Ali, like you said, and then oh boy.
Let's see.
Mahershala
Ali.
Yes.
So he was in that one with the Green Book just recently too. I haven't watched that. Have you seen that?
No, but I do love Vigo, and I do like Mr. Ali here, and I've heard good things about him.
With him, this dude, I didn't even see him or even know of him or heard of him until he was on Luke Cage.
Is there anything else?
He's been in a lot of stuff recently. Like everything, like he's brand new and he's kind of older.
He was in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Oh, maybe. Oh, you know what? He's been around for a long time now that I think about it. But he's never played any like major roles.
He was in Alita.
That one's new. But anyways,
he's in a lot of things. The Hunger Games.
Huh. Yeah, so he's always been in this stuff for a long time, just never a major role. He's always like supporting actor.
True.
But
TV series too. Okay.
But this is gonna be probably one of his first leading roles. I guess that one he did in the Green Book was kind of the lead support. I don't know. But anyways, but I guess at first Wesley Snipes was rumored that he was gonna be in the reboot of Blade, and then all of a sudden at Comic-Con they pulled a fast one and they announced him. But Wesley Snipes said he's all good with it. He said there's no hard feelings.
Praise.
You know what I would like to see him as? I would like to see Wesley Snipes play Whistler. You know how he has the old dude, the Whistler, that has all his weapons and everything and handles...
Wesley Snipes does not look old for his age.
I know he doesn't.
Black don't crack. Black don't crack, man. Just like Will Smith, man. They look good. They look good for their age.
For real, they don't even have any... They don't look their age at all.
What I'd like to see Wesley Snipes do is pay his taxes.
I think he did. That's why he's out of jail.
Bad joke.
But I don't know. I would like to see him play that role of Whistler, maybe. He doesn't have to be like real old. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, he looks like the same age as this Ali dude.
I know.
They look like the same age.
Good. He looks good.
But that's another thing too. Is why would they choose him when he's already kind of aged? Makes me wonder about that whole thing.
Blade was kind of a cool story. You know, the fact you get half vampire, half
the daywalker.
Yeah, so he can walk around in daylight. Does garlic affect him?
No, I don't think garlic does anything to him.
So he can eat a spaghetti however he wants it.
Full of garlic.
That's awesome.
In the daylight.
Yeah. On a picnic.
Yep, in the sun. F all you vampires. He's a daywalker.
I like Blade. I'd be down for.
I did love Blade. I think Blade saved Marvel. I think the money that Blade made is what saved Marvel and got them back kind of on track where they weren't having to sell off their characters to like X-Men, you know, to Fox and Spiderman to Sony, which we'll get into that whole fiasco. But anyways, I'm kind of still excited to see what they do with Blade.
Yeah, I like the movies. I'll probably like the remake of it. I'm cool with it.
I think Ryan Reynolds can't be in it.
See, there we go again.
Yeah,
Right?
because he's gonna be Deadpool. And I heard they're gonna have to redo the whole Deadpool story, but they are gonna keep Ryan Reynolds, of course.
Yeah, I did hear that.
But so let's get into this whole Spider-Man.
Yeah, you said you got a whole Spider-Man thing going on.
I can't believe you
I don't know
didn't
what
hear
it is.
about
I've been in
this.
the dark about this, so I don't know.
This has been going on for a few days now. That Marvel and Sony are not meeting eye to eye on negotiations with Spider-Man's future.
Okay.
So the next movie is the next Spider-Man solo movie, I guess. Feige, the Sony doesn't want him any part of it.
Okay.
And on top of that, Disney is now saying that Marvel is saying that they want. They originally were only going to get 5%, I think, of the opening weekend or something, and now they want 50% of that. But Sony wants to keep their original contract because Marvel still gets all the merchandising rights. So Sony just wants to keep the contract the way it has been, and there's no reason to change that. And Disney's saying, no, we want more money. And so Sony's like, well, you know what? We're going to take Tom Holland and walk, bud. Because they still have Tom Holland for 2 more solo movies.
Okay.
But that would mean he's no longer part of the MCU. Which would mean they would have to redo a lot of where they were going with some of their storylines from Far From Home. And one of the jokes was, okay, you had Homecoming, then you had Far From Home. Now, what's this one going to be? Homeless?
Homeless. It's funny. That's a good one.
But I don't know. Now with I guess people are trying to look on the brighter side of things. People are trying to say, okay, well now maybe they can merge Venom and Spider-Man into the movies together.
Okay.
So maybe they're gonna try to go that route, because they're gonna have that new Venom 2 coming out soon, and Andy Serkis is gonna be directing that.
Oh, go on.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
He's made a name for himself in Hollywood.
Oh, he's great.
And
He's
like
great.
he was almost a nobody when he was playing Gollum.
Yeah.
And now he's just way up there. And I thought when he was playing Gollum, I thought he was just this little frail looking dude. I thought he looked like he was the size of Gollum.
Uh-huh.
This dude's huge.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He was been in the Marvel movies.
Right.
Remember in
Black
the Age of Black Panther and Age of Ultron. Yeah, dude's tall. He's got to be well over 6'1.5". He's a tall dude. I always thought he was just like this little squirrely looking Gollum guy, just like Gollum.
It's funny, 6 feet is tall for you.
I said 6.5 feet.
I know.
6.5 feet is tall for me. I'm average. Just average below 6 feet. So are you, Dick?
What?
Under 6 foot?
With my shoes, I'm 6 foot.
Okay, see? You gotta wear shoes.
I'm 5'11". But for me, 6 foot is not tall. Just 1 inch more than me.
But this would be cool, though, with Spider-Man being able to join Venom in the movies now, though. Because Venom was still separate and with Sony and not anything to do with the MCU. And they were just going to be introducing Carnage just barely with Woody Harrelson. So I'm super stoked on how that's going. And now, with this breakup, maybe Tom Holland's going to join the whole Spider-Venom combo right now. But it's going to make me weird, because I don't know if Happy's going to be trying to hit on his aunt anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's not going to be any more Happy. Damn. Everything's going to change.
I think this is more emotional for you.
This is so emotional. This is like a big breakup.
I'm just
this
like,
this is like a bad breakup. Like, I don't know how to take this. We're going to have to
for
talk
me,
to both sides.
I'm sure the movies will be fine.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to do something with the whole... where they were going with the characters in some of these movies.
Okay.
They're all going to have to change. I'm going to have to
okay
adapt.
with that.
I don't know if I can handle this. Yeah, I'll handle it just fine.
You're definitely more distraught than I am about this.
Yeah, I kind of am.
I'm just fine with it.
So, other than that, anything else about Spider-Man?
No, that's
Sure?
your guy right there. No.
Okay. So
that's
let's
your
talk.
man crush, Spider-Man.
So I'm kind of like Deadpool, okay? So, we went to this burger joint. Just opened up here.
Yeah, so we've talked about it on another episode that Shake Shack was coming to Utah. And it opened, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something.
And it's been a shit show trying to get in that place.
Oh, there's a line like crazy. I drive by it once in a while
Every
and I
day.
see the line like out to the street, like around a building.
I ain't got time for lines.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how you can wait in line like that. That's just me though. I mean, I get it. You want to be like, I'm one of the first ones here.
So we
Good
got
for
there
you.
right when it opened, and we walked up to the door because we're like, look at all these people pulling up here. I ain't trying to get behind all these folks.
Yeah, we got there. So we were, playing an intense game of pickleball,
That's right.
getting our sweat on, our heart rates up, and we said, hey, we're hungry. So we were playing at a park not too far from the Shake Shack in Sandy, Utah. First Shake Shack here in Utah. We said, hey, you know what? They open in like 10 minutes. You want to go? Should we go down there? We get down there, and we just kind of stand because we saw a couple cars parking up, and so it opens, 11 a.m., 10:30 a.m., something like that opened up?
11.
And we got there like 10 minutes, 15 minutes before, and we're just kind of walking around because we're taking pictures for our local
Because we're
guides
local
Google review.
guides.
And so we're taking pictures, and we're outside taking pictures. We see a lot of cars start pulling up and parking. We're like, damn. So we just kind of stand in front of the door since we're already outside, and the line starts forming behind us before it even opens. I'm like, and it was like a Tuesday. What was it?
Yeah, it was like a Tuesday at 11, and it's like, all you people don't have anything to do right now.
Yeah. Like, we were playing pickleball. We're hungry.
Yeah. All you guys can have this long of lunch times. You can just wait.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Go on, get.
We can have that long of a wait.
Yeah, we can do that, but all you guys need to go back to work.
We work for ourselves. We can do
Yeah,
that.
you guys quit it. Go back, get some shit done. But
So
anyways,
we go in, order. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, so we get some burgers, and
Cool. Sorry. Really nice inside, actually.
yeah, it's
I don't know
nice.
what other Shake Shacks look like, but this is obviously brand new, so it's kind of very
It's
modernized.
gonna be clean, of course.
It was nice. I like the setup. A lot of wood.
I like how they
Wood
had
seating.
like they had a cornhole and ping pong
Outside,
tables
yeah.
all set up. That's like it's they're brass or they're metal and they're fixed to the ground, so they're not going nowhere.
Yeah, cornhole, ping pong, and then inside they have a bunch of board games.
That
Bros.
shuffle
Oh yeah, they got shuffleboard on the inside.
Shuffleboard.
We should have played. Why didn't we play? But
because it's getting crowded in there.
it was getting crazy.
It was nuts.
Oh
That
my
place
God.
was capacity. The line was still
Yeah.
a line. After we got our food and left, there was still a line. And I would say their burgers, on a scale from 1 to 5, I would give it a 4.
Now, are you rating this based on like fast food joints? Or are you basing this on like all burgers ever?
I'm rating this on all burgers ever.
Oh wow!
Because I had their classic one just to see what their bread and butter's all about.
Good idea. Good idea.
And it was okay. It was good. I liked the bread they had. The burger itself was pretty juicy, but kind of fatty, like really drippy.
I mean, flavorful.
Yeah, just dripping with flavor.
It's called flavor.
But they
The
were
burger bits.
also not as big as I was expecting, especially for what I paid for it.
Yeah, I got a different burger, and when it arrived, I was like, oh, it's much smaller than I was thinking. Like you said, for that price range, like it's kind of a small burger. Fries were crinkle cut.
Yeah, cafeteria shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan of that.
And then they have shakes.
And the shake, I don't know, maybe just because the flavor I wasn't a fan of. I wish I would have done something different. But it was thick, way, way thick. It was really hard to suck that up through a straw. And they don't give you a spoon. So you're kind of expecting I'm going to be able to suck this up through a straw. And you can't.
Yeah. So I mean, you gave it a Google review.
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Or did I give it a 4? I think I gave it a 4. And you gave it a 3.
Yes, that's what we did.
Yes,
Actually,
yes,
we were
yes.
talking, we
We
decided,
were
you know
like,
what?
this place deserves a 3.5.
We were at 3.5, but we couldn't give it 3.5. So I said, you know, let's offset it. You give it a 4, I'll give it a 3.
Yeah. We'll make it a 3.5 our own way.
Yeah. It averages a 3.5 between the two of us.
That's right.
Yeah. So my burger was small. I was like, man, that's a little smaller than I was expecting. It was very good, though. Like, my burger was really good.
I kind of wish I would have tried that one. I do want to go back in the future just so I can try that one. But at the same time, I'm going to wait for those lines to die down. I don't want to do that again.
How about crinkle cut fries?
I hate crinkle cut fries.
Okay,
Unless
fine.
the only ones I like are sweet
Or
potato. Sweet potato crinkle cut.
Okay, yeah.
Those ones I can do.
I'm like that. Yeah, and I got a shake too, and it was.
And you did the custard one, the concrete.
Yeah, because they do like
Pie.
a local pie one, and they donate whenever you buy one. They donate some of the money that you buy from it to a charity. So I'm a sucker for charity. So I'm like, all right, yeah.
Well, that pie was like all crust.
So it's like a peach pie with vanilla custard, and so I can see it. Right, I get my shake, and I can see the pieces of pie, and it's peach, and I'm eating it, and it's when I got the peach, it was good, but then like, when I got halfway down, I was like, there was no more pie, and it was just all vanilla custard, and I'm like, I don't mind custard, just
unmixed.
yeah, I just would rather have another flavor if I was gonna have custard.
Yeah.
Like vanilla.
I wasn't feeling the place. I think the hype was way overhyped.
It is way overhyped. So I got the burger, the fries. It's a la carte, right? So it's not like they have combo
Yeah, you can't do a
meals or
combo
anything
meal
like that.
there.
So I got the burger, I got fries, I got a small drink, I got this pie shake. $20 just for me.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
It wasn't like a big drink. And it wasn't a
no,
big...
it was a small.
Yeah, it was a small drink. And same with your ice cream was small.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, outrageous. And I ordered a burger for myself. And then I ordered another burger to go for my wife. And then I just got me that shake.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid over $20 for that. So you would think these burgers better be some mind-blowing shit. Like,
Yeah.
I better wake up thinking about this burger. No, it was meh. Meh.
No, I liked it. You gave it a 4. That's pretty good if you compare
Well,
it to
I know,
every,
but for
every
how
burger.
much I paid, for
Okay.
how much I paid and what I was expecting for what I paid, I was expecting more. I still gave it a 4 just because the place was nice.
The place was nice.
The food tasted good.
It was good.
Just wasn't my thing. I wouldn't, and for the distance it takes to get there from my house, I wouldn't go out of my way for it.
Okay.
I was saying I would rather go to Five Guys for that because you could get a lot more for your money at Five Guys. The burgers are way bigger. Plus, you can pretty much build it how you want it.
Yep.
And they got Cajun fries.
Those are the ish right there.
Yeah. Cajun fries over crinkle cut shit any day.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Now, I've seen some things where people talk about Shake Shack and they compare it. I don't know. I take it back. They don't compare it. They want to compete it against In-N-Out. Right? They both have their followings. Shake Shack, In-N-Out, they've got their followings. I kind of get the impression Shake Shack is more East Coast or Midwest or I don't know where exactly. And then maybe East Coast. In-N-Out is definitely California and West Coast.
Yeah, In-N-Out's all Southern.
And so I went to an In-N-Out later. I'm like, I want to compare, kind of compare it. So I just got like a normal burger, fries, drink. I didn't get a shake, but I got that and it was like $7, right? I'm like, if I would have added a shake, that'd have been like another $3, so $10, so half the price.
Right.
And so my question to you is, you just said you wouldn't go out of your way.
Mm-hmm.
You do have an In-N-Out burger near you.
Right.
If there was a Shake Shack right next door, no lines, you just happen to walk up and they're right next to each other, you just happen to walk up right when they're opening, where are you going? Shake Shack or In-N-Out?
Okay, now this is where I would have to either or depending on my day. Because if I just wanted a burger, I would go to In-N-Out.
Okay.
Because if I just wanted the burger, In-N-Out's going to be cheaper.
So you're
know it's going to taste good.
Are you saying In-N-Out burger tastes better than Shake Shack burger?
No. I'm saying that it is, not that it tastes better, but it's like half the price.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like, I would rather, if I just wanted a burger, then yeah, I'm just gonna go to In-N-Out and just get a burger because it's only gonna be a few bucks compared to $8.
Okay.
But if I wanted something better, if I was craving like maybe something with more flavor, because there was other burger options, then I would go to Shake Shack because really your only other option at In-N-Out is animal style.
Okay.
You really have just original and animal style.
Uh-huh.
Where Shake Shack, you have more of a variety. So if I wanted more flavor, then on that specific day, then yeah. But if I was being like, oh shit, I only got like $5 change and I don't want to use my card, then I'm gonna go to In-N-Out.
Okay. All right. Now let's just say you had a productive day. you made a good amount of money, so money's not really a big deal for you, and you're like walking up and like, I need a burger.
I'm gonna go to the JCW's down the street because that burger's huge as shit, and they have a huge array of burgers, and their fries are pretty damn.
But I'm asking between Shake Shack and In-N-Out.
Oh, and I had money to splurge on myself, then I'd go to Shake Shack.
Okay.
Because more flavors.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna spoil myself, but
Alright.
but if JCW's was in the mix, because that is right
Or
here.
Five Guys.
Or Five. Ooh, there's a Five Guys close by. Okay, out of those two, out of JCW's and Five Guys,
I'm putting you quite in the dilemma here.
right? Okay, it would depend how
you
much
scratch
money.
paper and pen.
How much money do I want to spend on myself?
Okay.
Because JCW's.
All right, you're
and
walking
Five Guys,
and you just found a $20 bill on the ground. Just free $20 bill. Someone dropped it.
Do I have more money on me?
You just got a 20. You just found
Just
a 20.
the 20?
You got a 20.
Ooh. Okay, then I'm going to Five Guys.
Okay.
Because I could really spoil myself at Five Guys with $20.
This is great. Okay. I love this. I feel like you need a scratch paper. You got like an algorithm of.
Yeah, there is really a whole algorithm of how hungry and how much flavor do I want.
And the temperature of the day.
And how much money do I have?
Oh, that's funny.
But all those other things, like McDonald's and Wendy's, those are not even a question. I don't even want to hear about those.
Right.
Those aren't even real like burgers when it comes to. Did you try their burger? No, that's not even a burger. That's some bullshit. Some corporate bullshit.
So it's like the bottom of the tier is like McDonald's, Wendy's, and there's like an upper tier of like Shake Shack, In-N-Out Burger. And then there's like an upper tier of like JCW's, Five Guys that we're saying.
Yeah.
I kind of agree because I kind of made that up, so I kind of agree.
Yeah. I like the hierarchy you just created.
There's one, and then there's like another level, like maybe like Wahlburger, right?
I haven't tried Wahlburgers
I haven't either.
yet.
I'm totally down.
Or maybe something completely exotic we haven't even heard of.
Yeah, what's it? Oh God, he's on Food Network. He's got a burger joint.
The one in Vegas.
Bobby Flay.
Is that Bobby Flay's? That's in Vegas.
so.
That's in the MGM.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've been there.
I don't know if it's an MGM.
I've been to the one. Maybe it's the Burger Bar or something. It's in the MGM.
Pull it up.
But I did go to that one, and I wasn't happy with it. It was supposed to be, this is the place to be at. I even got this like $20 beer, and the burger was like just a burger by itself. It's a la carte because and the burgers were kind of small.
Okay.
But they were thick. They were fat as shit, and I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it. It just didn't seem like a burger.
Burger Palace is what it's called.
Is that Bobby Flay?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's that at?
Vegas? On the strip somewhere. I can't remember.
Okay, maybe I do gotta try that one though.
That's funny.
I gotta try that. But at the same time, there has to be something that's like that everyone can get a hold of. It can't just be in one spot only. Yeah. It has to be like where JCW's was different states. Yeah.
Five Guys too. There's some local places that are really good. When we put that episode out about that, we got a lot of response people sent, and so we've tried a couple of them. We gotta try some more though.
You know, one place I was not impressed with that people said was good for shakes and burgers and stuff. And I think it was in Pleasant Grove or Linden, the Purple Turtle.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. I haven't been to it.
Gave me the shits. That place did.
Did it?
Yep. I was suffering from after that place. And that place I really wanted to go to because the name, it meant something to me.
Yes.
So when I was
I'm gonna look up another place keep going.
I'll tell a story about this. When I was a little kid, I had that little speech impediment that kids have where they can't say.
That I cured.
Yeah, you did cure that. So where kids can't say their L's and their R's right. They make W sounds right. So, like my cousins would be like, they'll say purple. I'm gonna say poo-poo. Say water. You know, say stuff like that. So, knowing kind of what they were doing, I'm like, as a little kid, I was smart for my age. I was from the future, really. Uh-huh. So I put all these words together and I just made a statement out of it. I'm all, the purple turtle went in the dirty water and came out dirty. And they had a kick out of it. And so they'd always want me to say it. So with this place being called the Purple Turtle, I had to go.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed.
Okay. I went to one, I had to pull up the name to remember. This is in Roy, Utah. It was on Diner, Drive-In, and Dives. So Guy Fieri went here. and it's called the Burger Bar in Roy, Utah, near Ogden.
So I've heard mixed reviews. I've never been.
I have mixed reviews about it. So they're famous for like their big burger bar, right? Whatever. And I get it. And it's like closed. Like it's just like bun on top of bun. I'm like, where's the hell's the burger? I like open up the bread to look and like, oh, there's some lettuce and tomato and meat in here.
It's like a little really flat piece of meat.
Yeah.
Ew.
So I didn't really care for it, but we did also get it. Me and my wife went. We also got one of the chicken sandwiches. That was really good. They had a chicken sandwich that was really good. Their fries were good. Their sodas were good. Just kidding. But they also have shakes, and they use real fruit in their shakes. So we got a peach one. That one was really good because it had like chunks of peaches in it. Then we got a pineapple one. Okay, because I could tell they used canned pineapple for that one. It's still good though. I mean, it's still good. But the other shakes though, I'm sure they use other different like real fruit just because you have to. But it was, and that was good. It was just like their main thing, their burger. Ooh, let down.
Oh, let me tell you what happened to me at the McDonald's by your house once.
Okay.
Speaking of letdowns,
Uh-huh.
I was taking Malay through there real quick to get her something to eat real fast before I was dropping her off at your house.
Oh, you told me. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I'm kind of hungry. I'm just gonna get me a burger real quick, you know, from the dollar menu or whatever. So I
No
get
more
me
dollar menu.
whatever the hell, the cheap burger, just
Value menu.
whatever that is. So I get a cheap burger, and Malay pulls it out of the bag and hands it to me, and I'm like, this is light. I open it up. There's nothing in that damn thing. It's just bread and cheese. And the cheese isn't even hot. They gave me a damn ungrilled cheese sandwich from McDonald's, and I was pissed. But I did not want to go back there and cause hell for 69 cents.
You know what? Most places I go to nowadays, I don't even get like the cheeseburgers. I don't like that waxy cheese. I just kind of get hamburgers now. No cheese. I must have bringing my own cheese.
I don't think about that. Just gonna carry around some mild cheddar with you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Some pre-sliced
I'm gonna get a burger
Tillamook.
today. I'm gonna get me some cheese first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get me some Tillamook real fast.
Yeah, exactly. Bring me some Colby cheese with me, and as soon as I get my burger, throw it on top. Like, now, here we go.
Take that whack shit out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of times when I go get burgers, I actually don't get cheeseburgers because I don't really like that waxy cheese.
Good to know.
Pass.
You know what place doesn't get enough recognition for their burgers though? It's pretty good.
What?
Red Robin's.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't get enough recognition because you don't think of it as being a burger place.
True.
You don't. I forget about it when I talk
do.
about burgers. So, but when I do go there, I'm like, oh yeah, these burgers look bomb. And they're pretty good.
I haven't been there in a while. We had not a great experience at once, so I haven't been back in a while.
Uh-oh.
We got a grilled chicken, and it looked like it was like freezer burnt. And then they warmed it up or whatever, and it looks like the texture is just awful. And I was like, ugh.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
where
really
it
care
almost
about
crunches, like you could feel your teeth going through
No,
the meat.
not crunches, but
Not
it's like
crunch, but you could feel your teeth go through it.
The texture's just
Yeah, the
weird.
texture's off.
Yeah.
It's thicker.
Yeah, it's just ugh. So
It's almost leather-like.
Yeah, so we had a bad experience. I'm like, I don't really care to go back to Red Robin again. Sorry, Red Robin. Not my favorite place. I mean, I love the idea of unlimited steak fries. Those are good.
So, any other paranormal news? We haven't done any ghost hunts in a while.
We haven't.
We should do that. There's actually one next month that we're invited to, but it's all a matter of who wants to make the trek. The Montana State Prison.
Oh yeah.
So I'm on the list to go. I'm asking about like price wise for hotel and stuff, and carpooling would be pretty cheap. So I'm looking at that right now. I might go. I might be able to do it for under $100.
I'm probably not. I just with a do board, I just kind of want to spend a lot of time.
Of course.
So
spend a lot of
it's
time.
like a new
not
toy
sleeping.
for me right now. You know, it's like a new toy for me. Like I don't even mind when she cries. Like I love it. Sometimes she cries and she acts like the sound makes it sound like she's like in. Well, she is right. Like the worst pain she's ever had in her life.
Agony.
and my wife will be like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. And I'm like, well, because for her, she's only 4 weeks old. It is like the worst pain.
This is
she's
probably the
ever
worst
felt
day of her life.
in her life. You know, like Like, if she goes hungry for more than 5 minutes, like, that's the worst pain she could ever experience at 4 weeks old. So she's like,
this is rough. This is so rough.
It's definitely a dramatic cry sometimes.
Oh.
I love it, though. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
That's because you're not home all day.
Yeah, that's true. I am gone like 12 hours out
I was
of the
pretty
day.
much raising Malay, like, I was home with her all day long, and it was... it wasn't. She wasn't that bad of a crier, but at night when you're trying to get some sleep,
Yeah.
and I'm on night after night of, I was the one waking up with her every night. Like, oh man,
It's true. I left the house around like 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. And what time is it right now? It's almost 9:30 at night right now. I haven't been home, so, and I have another appointment I need to go to after we're done recording this. I'm a busy guy, so yeah, I'm definitely not as home. Maybe that's why it's so cute for me.
yeah. See, because you're there for a couple hours, so it's like, oh, let's like listen to this for all 2 hours. I'm home.
Yeah, sure. True, but you know what? And then my wife will put her in the bed with us on her like last feeding, like 6, 7 in the morning, and I'll be out, and I wake up around 7 o'clock, and I look over and I'll see her, and I'll just start like talking to her good morning, and she will just start reaching for me and like start. This little girl's strong already. She starts rolling in, trying to get to me so she can cuddle up next to me. She is a good cuddler. She's a good cuddler. I love it.
So yeah, I could see why you haven't been wanting to do any investigating either.
Yeah, yep.
So that's what happens. You just want to spend the rest of your time at home right now. I get it.
Exactly.
But I don't know. Maybe I might do that. Investigate that Montana State Prison. I don't even. I know that. I think Ghost Adventures was there, but I don't remember paying attention to that episode to know what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
Maybe I'll look more into it and see. Maybe I will take that opportunity and go check it out.
Okay.
I haven't been to Montana since we were kids, and we went to Yellowstone.
True. It's beautiful. I love it. I really liked it.
I wonder if we'll go through Jackson Hole. Maybe. Remember when we went there as kids? The big novelty thing was cow pie frisbees.
Yeah.
Cow pie this, cow pie that.
Yes.
Buffalo shit everywhere, all over.
There really
the-
was.
So it's like let's sell cow shit looking toys.
I know.
But
I
anyways,
got surrounded by buffaloes. That was kind of freaky.
Oh, I did too. Oh, I wasn't surrounded, but I was like 5 feet away from one and didn't even know it.
Yeah, me neither. I had my head down. I think I had like my Discman and my headphones on, and I had my head down, kind of walking. And I look up, I see kind of buffalo, and I try and look around, and there was like 3 more coming around. I was like, oh shit! I started backtracking slowly. Like, this is not a good position I want to be in. It was weird because it was like in a parking lot. That was weird.
Oh, weird.
There wasn't a lot of cars around in the parking lot, but it was a parking lot. These kind of started coming around. I was like, ooh, I'm not saying they were surrounding me to attack me, but they were kind of coming around. Like, okay, I don't feel comfortable in this position.
Yeah, I remember what I did was almost same scenario, but we were told that there were buffalo around our cabins.
Uh-huh.
So I pulled out my
Those are cool
35 millimeter camera so I could snap some
yeah.
film.
Yeah.
And I'm walking with our little cousin.
Yeah, this was like 95, 96 or
Yeah,
something.
it was mid to early 90s. So I'm walking with my camera and I'm trying to figure out how to get it going and ready to snap some pictures. And I saw some buffalo out far away. I'm like, oh man, they're far. Took some pictures of them. We're walking. I'm looking at the camera. Next thing I know, my cousin's not there with me anymore. And I'm like, hey, what the hell? I turn around. I see him taking off running. I look up back in front of me, and I'm like 5 feet away from a buffalo. We're looking at each other in the eyes, and I'm like, whoa, no. So I remember I just kind of backpedaled, walked backwards, and finally kind of turned around and just continued to walk. Didn't want to run and get stampeded.
I think buffalo in the area are a little bit more mild because they're used to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so too. Like going to some places where there's a lot of people and a lot of wildlife, the wildlife don't give a shit.
Because they're used to it.
So I was just in Flaming Gorge the other week, and when we were there was this one campground that we kind of drove into to fish. There was not gazelles, antelope, and they were like kind of just walking around the campground where there's people there. Like they weren't scared of us. They weren't running away from us. They were just kind of walking like they're used to hanging out with people.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the deer. Deer was hanging out too. Deer didn't give a shit.
Who don't give a shit, and they'll still come at you as a moose.
And honey badgers.
Man, they don't care, man. Those meese are mean.
Yeah.
So stay away from those guys.
I need to go to the mountains. I haven't been in the mountains all summer. What the hell? This summer's been weird. This has been a weird summer. Haven't been in the mountains at all.
Time to get up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Get to your feral roots.
Yes, I need to be a wild boy.
Start howling at the moon.
Well, should we call that an episode?
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and watching if you watch our YouTube channel.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll have a good one. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Adios.